Hello, thank you for joining me in the Fassst Lane. You know this is your main man, Jay Mack. You know what we do on this side, legendary. We only do big things over here. Anyway, moving on. This is March 26, 2020. I dreamt of my wife. It was nothing sexual. I just dreamt of her, I just saw her. Thank God for a good night's sleep. Oh, I had a good night's sleep. Alright, good, good. Well, I was taking black seed oil at the time before I go to bed. I had a good night's sleep. My second dream, I was asleep and woke up and couldn't remember if I had a dream. So I went back to sleep. I knew I had a dream, but I couldn't remember it, so I rebuked that. I rebuked the dream and the attack to make me forget the dream. Alright, now when I went back to sleep, I heard, at first, I heard someone calling my name. So right there and then, I knew that I was being attacked. And like Minister Ewing says, when you have people calling your name just as you go back to sleep, or just as you awake, they are the altar sending curses at you. So I had to rebuke that right away. At first I thought I was hearing things. Then I heard the voice again. Then I realized that I was not hearing things. I realized that someone was calling my name. I recognized the voice. I didn't even recall who it was, but that was that. I think I made a note about that. No, I was on a fast until 3 p.m. I got a terrible gas pain and wanted to eat. I was conflicted, but I was determined to complete my 12-hour fast. So I had 3 more hours to go. Like Dr. Mars Monroe said, like when you're on the fast and you get terrible gas pains, just drink water. And that's what I did. Room temperature water now. And consult with your physician before you go on a fast. So I drank room temperature water and it stopped the gas pain. And I drank tea. Like 10 minutes later I drank some tea and that helped. And if I remember correctly, I think instead of eating at 6 o'clock, I ate at 7. Just because of the fact that I had forgotten the dream and someone was calling my name and I recognized the voice. So I get the 12-hour fast from Bishop Joshua, Prophet Joshua. I'll give you the link for him. That dude is ruthless. I decided I could do an extra hour because the beast tried to get me to eat at 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. I fight dirty. People, you gotta be willing to fight dirty. I lost 30 years of my life dealing with this foolishness, so I played dirty. I played rough. I would blow your head off point blank with a double-barrel sawed-off shotgun in the spirit world. I played dirty. So you just make sure you consult with your physician before you go on the fast. Don't do what I do. Alright, this is March 28, 2030. Now, I had a dream but I couldn't remember it. But anyway, I decided to rebuke it. Now, while writing the rebuke, because I usually say it and write it. So that's something I learned from Julia Cameron with writing morning pages. It clears your thoughts and makes way for inspiration. As an artist, you live for inspiration. I live for it. I need it. I hate doing mundane things. So I don't paint or draw mundane things. I would just sketch it, but I never put no effort into it. So that's why I write down my rebukes. Like this. This is the rebuke. I know you can't see it. The rebuke for the dreams I had before. Now, while writing my rebuke, I smelled cigarette smoke. Minister Ewing said that if you smell either cigarette smoke, cigar, or liquor, and you don't drink or smoke, and no one in your house drinks or smoke, or there's nobody smoking, that is someone at the altar who took a puff of a cigarette or cigar and blow over whatever it is adulterated that pertains to you. I rebuke that. I rebuke the dream. I rebuke the attack that made me forget it. And I rebuke this person blowing the smoke at me. And I went on a fast. That's March. Oh, goodness gracious. I got ahead of myself. Now, this is March 27th. I had more dreams on March 27th than I thought. Alright, March 27th, 2020. Wow. A black cat blood came to the door and I felt someone looking on me, but because I was sleeping the right way, it slid away. Oh. A black ink bolt, oh that's it, a black ink bolt came to the door where I felt someone look in on me. Because I was sleeping the right way, it darted back and slid away. Oh, what was happening, right? Now, I'll assume it was my dream. I can't remember if I was, yes, I was sleeping the right way. Alright, you see how the bed head is away from the door? That's how I go to sleep. But sometimes I wake up with my head facing the door. Now this black ink bolt, ink blot, yeah. I gotta do something with my handwriting. Ink blot. Slid along the wall and came to my door and looked inside at me. Because my head was at the foot of the bed, I was able to look up and see it, and it slid away. Yes, I remember that. Oh, and in the next dream, I saw a huge green leaf slide under me. I can't remember if I was standing up or lying now, but I remember the leaf moving under me. And of course I rebuked that and the ink blot. It was like a blob of ink sliding across the wall. And a huge green leaf slide under me. I didn't like that. I think I went on a fast for that. Oh, back to March 28th. As you can see, like I said, I wasn't doing this for YouTube. I just do it to record it. This is March 28, 2020. I met my wife in the store. It's a deli, and she said she saw me stand and watch her flight leave for an hour. She's full, and my niece came to my side, to my table. Oh, okay, I get this. My wife and I was in the store, a deli store. And I probably went and meet her, and she said she saw me watch her flight when she went away. Because she did go away, she had to go away for work. And I stood there and watched the flight leave for an hour. She got her food, and my niece came over to the table and sat with us. Now, maybe that could have been a familiar spirit. We didn't have sex, so that wasn't much of a red flag. But we were in the store selling food, and she had gotten food, and I sat down with her. Then my niece came. But I still rebuked that because that's too much like eating in a dream. So I rebuked that. Again. Keep my eyes on the time. Forgive me. Alright. Now the second dream, a man, he was skinny and sickly looking. He walked up to me and I knew he wanted to talk to me, but I walked up to him. Oh, he wanted to attack me. He was skinny and sickly and he walked up to me and he wanted to attack me. But I walked up to him cool as if I played my response. And okay. I walked into him nice and cool, and I choreographed my attack based on what he does in my head. And as I got into striking distance, he swung at me, and I was in action. I threw my elbow into his biceps, and he howled, and just as I got to uppercut him with an elbow strike, I woke up. Yes, sir, I know just what that means. The sickly, skinny man is the beast. And you see, I knew he was going to attack me. Thank God for that. The good Lord gave me insight to know that I was going to be under attack. So I prepared my mind. I was ready. And the minute he threw his punch, I remember I caught his arm. I hit him in his elbow him in his biceps. And I think, what I did? I was about to uppercut him with an elbow strike, yes. I learned that I got in a fight once, and someone hit me in my bicep. My whole arm went dead. And I learned from that. That is a sweet move to do to someone. When they throw a punch, catch their arm, elbow their biceps, and the fight's over. And I learned that elbow strikes. A friend of mine was a kickboxer, and he taught me about that, elbow strikes. So I elbowed the beast in the bicep, and I was about to elbow him and uppercut, and I woke up. Thank God for that. I weakened the beast. He still came to attack. He thought he was playing with me, like from when I was 15. No, buddy. No, this is a grown man. This is a grown man. I uppercut the sucker with an elbow strike. Two of the same dream, going up, back to sleep, I forgot the dream. Oh, alright, this is another tactic. These same two dreams, I forgot them. They woke me up, but I forgot it. Now the first dream when I met my wife was and my niece came to join us at the table, was at 5:30 a.m. And I went back to sleep and I forgot it. And I had this dream with the beast. Because I didn't eat anything, I think I made the beast come out to do the job himself, and he got busted up. So what you think that meant? I want to continue to dig in him. Okay, this March 28th. This is the third dream. I was in my old neighborhood, red flag. Red flag. You know where the red flag is going? The red flag going back, you know, the dream of your old residence is backwardness, stagnation, regression, non-progression. To a lone house that was desolate, but there were other homes behind and in front of the house. Now this house does not exist in real life, but I understood it. The house was by itself, even though the houses around it. And I think that's where it started. So I condemned that. Now, at the other end was a house, and I found myself at a house and was reading a cookbook. Then my old neighbor came in and pointed out the display of the food he made. It was on a tray, and some of the gravy got on my thumb, and I was about to lick it off. As I turned through the cookbook, the dishes on the table turned to the images on the table. A young lady I know came there. I have no issue with the lady, but for some reason she has a problem with me. I don't know what her issue was. But anyway, I keep my distance. I be cordial. And I don't be rude and disrespectful. But anyway, the real issue here is not me touching the gravy in my thumb, mind you. Notice what happened in the dream. As I flipped through the cookbook, the dishes on the table keep appearing. As I turn the page, there was steak, steak turned. I turned it, ham, ham. I turned the page, turkey, turkey showed up on the table. There was some lady asked about and her studies asked. Anyway, some lady had asked about it looks like my niece and her studies. I told my lady, told the lady, I only know about mathematics, but I put my neighbor's tray of food up. Didn't know you could look. And he said, I didn't know you could look. He said, I am cooking for all of you. Then my sister showed up. And I said it doesn't impact her. Anyway, long story short, I'm trying to read my handwriting. This is early in the morning. Now somebody came and asked me about literature. I can't read this. I can't read my handwriting. Anyway, long story short, the man, my old neighbor, said that the food was for me, and he kept adding food to the table. And he said, I'm cooking all of this for you. You know what? I hope, but I still prayed. But it's been a year, I realized this. Maybe he is the one who did it. Well, anyway, I rebuked this dream and I went on a fast. Now, the next dream I had, I was going away on a trip. I had other people with me. We were to drive to the airport. I was ready and no one was lying down. And I told them I was going to the airport early because I am not rushing, and I will leave them if they lay there when it was time to go. And I left them. Oh, okay, I get it. I was going on the trip, and I had other people going with me, and when I got up to get ready to leave, they were lying down. And I told them, I'm not going to rush, and I'm not going to miss my flight. If they don't get up, I'm going to leave them. And they stayed sleeping. And I left. I know just what that means. To leave people behind people. I wanted to bring them on the trip with me, and I couldn't. That was my trip. It was only for me. I would like to bring others with me, but it was only for me. You have to walk this journey alone, people. My third dream. A tall woman was walking on my bed, and I put my hand around her calf, and I asked the other woman in my room, who is this lady? She left, and another lady left with her. That dream, I remember that. Because I was like, why is this woman walking on my bed? And I put my hand around her calf. I consider that to be a sexual dream right there. I have a thing for calves. If you get thick calves, so that was the sign right there for the spirit of poverty trying to get a covenant from me with sex. I asked the woman in my room, who was this lady? Now, that's two women in the room. But I didn't see the third woman until the lady I asked, who was this woman in my bed? And she walked out. Red flags. I think I may have gone on a fast for this. Maybe 12 hours. Excuse me for this one. Alright, that's that. I'll be right back. I'll do one more for